To change anything, you're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Here's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. On 1st down, Watson. Man open, that's Kiki QT complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. So, all right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. To throw is Watson. And this is caught, but they say out of bounds. It would have been a 1st down, but he couldn't stay in, and as a result, they're going to have to give up the football. But down 2 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to go for it. They must have thought they had a play to dial up that they could get it, and it didn't work out.
They must have thought, as you pointed out, they had a play, and they were probably looking at the number of possessions that they thought were left in the game. And down 2 scores, it must have felt like they couldn't risk not taking a shot here and giving up that chance.
And this one to Treadwell, complete. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? Guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They try again with Cook. And all this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. From 8 yards out. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, my goodness. I thought he'd peel off. Instead, he makes the fair catch at the 2-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. On 2nd and 2, Watson flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds right around the 14. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Danielle Hunter, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
Looks like another empty possession here, partner, and I don't think with 3 scores down in the 3rd quarter, they can truly afford any more the rest of the way.
No, especially the way their offense is sputtering. I think you're exactly right. They got to find some answers quickly. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Well, at this stage of the game in the second half, down 3 scores, I guess they felt like they needed to push.
And let's face it, with this deficit, if they give up another score here after they didn't get it, does it really matter? It really does.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing. But there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health?
That's caught at the 25. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Back now in Houston, a lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4.
Slam. Mike 5-4. And come on, Larry.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Throw left side, taken in by Miller. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Back to throw, Watson. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They gotta have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Watson trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They run it again with Cook. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Now Cousins. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, second down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Throwing again on second and 10. Cousins. And Rudolph has it left side. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone if they win big. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. To the air again, it's Cousins. That is caught inside the 5. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Maybe a free play for Watson. Forced out to it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call. Mark off the 5 and keep it moving.
Watson. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Throwing on second and 8. Watson looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Jordan Thomas, the one he was looking for, and it's third down. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And this is caught. Well, they get one back, picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Take over 1st and 10.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 24. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And that will write a finish to this ball game. The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Houston Texans. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. He'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
To Hunt! Watch the screen! Watch the screen!
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And right away they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Caught on the right side by Treadwell. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Where are you? It's been a long day for you. Strong left, strong left. Watch the pass, watch the pass. Hey,
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
What's that? 19! Mark 54! Stay with your man!
After the interception, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be second and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football, all right? When you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us the rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
They start the drive with Cook. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. First carry now for Alexander Madison. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Cousins gives way to Cook. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. He's going to let this go deep. Back over the... He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's got some space here.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29. On 2nd down, Cook might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Gun. Hey, check my 32. Good route here. Switch up. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, flipper. What's that? And the play clock becoming an issue, so Mike Zimmer's forced to call a timeout.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's put that team on the bus. First. Check mark 33. Check mark 33. You get blocked. Gun. You get blocked me. You get. Hey, Delta. Mark check 33. Mark. Let's pick it up.
On third down, Cousins.
Let's get off the field.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Texans take over 1st and 10.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. There for the sack, Everson Griffin. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Watson now to throw. Escaping the pressure right. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Daniil Hunter, he's the one that drops him this go-around. And that pass rush getting strong here. Back-to-back sacks. Into heavy traffic. And now a loose football. The ball comes out, and I think they are going to get this one back. Well, that would have been something. Double turnovers. But instead, they'll keep the possession on the INT.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Two. He's checking.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile. Stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Thielen with his first catch, and it's a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Cook, and he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Cook. 8 yards on the run, and that cuts us down to a 3rd and about 5. 3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stopped them for almost no gain.
So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They're going to be stopped up on this first down run. He might have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. On the catch, it's Duke Johnson. 15 yards on the play, first down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to bring it out 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next year?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, 55 yards. And the Vikings get the quick strike touchdown. Really got the extra point, and that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Well, Charles, while we have a moment, you know what we need to do here is give a nod to the new Hall of Famers who were brought into Canton and inducted on August the 3rd. Champ Bailey, Pat Bolin, Gil Brandt, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law, Kevin Mawai, Ed Reed, and Johnny Robinson, all part of the class.
Fantastic class. When you talk about guys who played at a top level, obviously they're Hall of Famers. But what I found interesting about it is you've got a great pass catcher, the best pass-catching tight end in history, in Tony Gonzalez. How would he like to work against this secondary? Champ Bailey and Ty Law at corner, Ed Reed and Johnny Robinson at safety. Good luck trying to get open against those four. What a matchup that would have been. But it was a terrific night for those gentlemen. Congratulations. And, of course, Ed Reed's bust will go down in history because they got the hair exactly right. And Ed had a ball up there in his Hall of Fame speech.
And remember, next year they're going to celebrate the centennial year of the NFL with a special class of 20. So get ready for those speeches.
I wonder if they'll do it like Johnny Robinson this year, who actually submitted a video instead of going up to the podium. And his speech was about 5 minutes long, which is probably about the right length.
Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Now a first down throw. Watson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They were looking for Johnson that time. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again. Watson. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now a signal and a timeout call as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. 3rd and long. It's Watson. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. And this is good. It was running up due to time constraints. We move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. On first down, Watson flushed out right. Completion left side to Miller.
This is it. 19. Check. Line 31. Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson eluding the pressure right. Oh, look at Thomas wide open. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Watson on first down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening. After the sack on first down, Watson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Throwing on 3rd down, Watson, flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. On 4th down, Watson.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line. And
he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Jordan Akins, 29 yards. And now they can recapture the lead if they can make the PAT. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that will put them on top here in the 3rd. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And complete, right side to Cook. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
General West. Bang, bang.
They'll indeed go for it. It's Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I'm not going to tell him that you called him old in our pregame meeting, but this guy has been around a long time. If there's a trick in the book, he knows it. He probably even wrote a few chapters, and this is what he's always had, and that's a nose for the football. He's able to come away here with the interception.
A lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. From the 29, Watson, he's going to take a shot for the ends. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards. And the Texans turn that interception into a touchdown. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. On 2nd down now. It's Cook, and he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Gun. Bravo. 41 Mike. 41 Mike.
Cousins from the gun on 3rd. And he's got Kyle Rudolph. A pickup of 27, and they pick up the 1st down in the process. Cousins now 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half, 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 3.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. Finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Cousins now, and he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now in this.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Linval Joseph, his 2nd sack of the night. To try again after the sack. Watson.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
It's a gain of 9 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Linval Joseph in there to get him yet again. That is his third sack tonight. They can't figure him out. Dancing to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a first down in field goal range already. Now a run with Cook. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Blue draw Corker. Sponge. No. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now Cousins. And that'll be caught by Diggs for a Minnesota touchdown. Stephon Diggs there to make the grab as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and they will take a 7-point lead. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. They keep it with Miller on first down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. To the right side, complete to Miller. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there and a first down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A first down carry now for Miller. Miller with a first down and more. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. That's fielded in the end zone.
Here we go.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They have a little bit of time here to get in the field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Here's Cousins. And he's going to go down again. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. On the return, Carter. 4 quarters not enough. We're all even in overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the...
Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And it's a touchdown. Still catching our breaths from that electric finish. You get into overtime, that's one thing. It was a great 4 quarters. But then in OT, not only to win it, but to win it on a defensive score. Wow.
Oh, definitely. And I think from now on, we're going to definitely travel someone who can help us, because I thought I was going to pass out at the end. Not just getting to the overtime, but the plays in overtime that led to this one, and to finish it on a defensive touchdown, a takeaway that gets into the end zone. I'm not rooting for anyone, but boy, I love to see games finish that way.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. From Minneapolis, good night, everybody.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame it on Gino. Smells like the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. At a genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by they self.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me.
I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. 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 I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. I'ma get it either way. I don't even gotta say what I want when I want. They just put it on my plate. I could get it right away. Take you through my day to day. Wake and pray, make that play. Get some good at my place. There's some on the way, cause my bro's on the way.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL is in Houston, in the Space City at NRG Stadium. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Minnesota Vikings. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Side by Treadwell. A good pickup there, a 22. So they get the completion, that's good, but Charles, probably not good to get hit on the first play of the game.
No coaching staff ever wants their quarterback hit on any passing play, especially to start the game. What you're hoping is you have one of those tough guys back there, and sometimes when they get hit early, gets the juices flowing, and they get right into the game. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Cook. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam to the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike."
So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. To throw is Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. Into the hands of the tight end. This is Jordan Thomas. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A 1st down there on a pickup of 25. Here's Watson. Off to Thomas on the left side. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, I mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again is Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Everson Griffin on the sack, taken to the 4th round back in 2010. What a steal. Now Watson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Everson Griffin picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Back to throw, Watson. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, it's Cook. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big play there out of Cook, 42 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 25-yard line. $15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st down, Cook. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. On 3rd down, Cousins. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Bailey's kick is good. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
Well, throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Well, we got a second. We remind you that the Madden Championship Series is back and better than ever. August 30th through September 1st, you can watch the top Madden competitors face off in Arlington, Texas for a total prize pool of $190K. Tune in and watch it. Twitch.tv/EA Madden NFL, 2:30 p.m. Eastern, August 30th and 31st, and then 10:30 a.m. Eastern on September 1st to see if Skimbo can go back-to-back-to-back as a Madden Classic champion. To the air yet again, Watson.
Let's not quibble about the game.
A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the 1st down run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
A gain of 7. 1st down.
It's caught by Treadwell. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A gain of 9.
Cook. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 1st down. Here's Cousins. Going deep for Diggs. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll take you to Orlando and Jonathan Coachman. Coach will have highlights and analysis of this first half, one that's featured no touchdowns as of yet on either side.
So his job's a little bit easier for this halftime.
Need to give the coach some highlights here.
Yes, we do.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On the carry, it's Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Now third down is looming. A pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. Third down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. Bailey got the extra point. Able to punch it in on third down. Makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a long way towards telling us whether they actually have a chance to come all the way back in this game or not.
Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up second down. Watson, he's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got it at the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 57 yards. Here's Watson. The last drive, the Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a second down and 12. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. Third and long, it's Watson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Trey Waynes, the Michigan State man, right there in coverage. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up second and 5. Final play of the half. Cousins. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Watson now to throw.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. Johnson, the intended target. They'll run on first down. It's Cook, and he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. 2nd and 7. Cousins. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. So now after the sack, Cousins and the Vikings come up here 3rd and long. Cousins going to throw deep. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And some space here. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's a gain of 35.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one.
That's another Texans first down. First and 10.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd.
They'll run it again with Miller. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Miller. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Check it back, check it back.
Oh, leaping, and he makes the grab. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
Check 26, check 26.
On 3rd down, Miller. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are even at 10 apiece. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They had the interception on the last drive, which led to the tying touchdown. So 10-10 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check safety, check safety.
They run, Cook. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
DJ Reader brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. On 3rd down, Cook. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. And he'll go down at at the 28. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
There he goes, right side, and he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Dalvin Cook, his second touchdown of the afternoon, and the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey, and that makes it a 17-10 score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot. Yeah. But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
Now it's Miller. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Watson going to give this one to Miller.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. They try to run on 1st down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. Back to throw. That complete to Lamar Miller. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
This will be caught just inside the 10. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. But following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13. He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. This will be caught at about the 6. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Able to get 9 out of that pitch and catch, but now 3rd and goal. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw, and yes, he's into the end zone, so they get the late score they needed, and now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
At their own 29-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They'd like to avoid overtime here, so maybe they can work the sidelines, but then defensively, how do they adjust to that if they do work the sideline?
It's the old leverage game, and we usually talk about leverage at the line of scrimmage, right? Who's going to win with the low blocking and everything that goes along with that. But in this case, you're trying as a defender to leverage them towards the middle of the field, not let them get to the sidelines and try and tackle them inbounds in order to run the clock out.
Chess match here late. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. The Vikings on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll run on first down. It's Miller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29.
That's good for Texans. First down. 19. First and 10 at the 29.
We taking wins.
Now Watson. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it. And the Vikings pick up the football. And that will write a finish to this ball game. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules remind us.
That's our fault.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. And that is incomplete. Well, their defense did its job. Now they're going to get the football with a chance to win it.
And it feels like they ran out on the field, and right before they did, they told the offense, don't worry about this. We got you. Okay, we got the situation under control. We'll get it back for you for a chance to win the game. And, boy, they did it well.
Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Their defense did its job, got to stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Part 1 is done, now part 2.
Recon, 132 fighter.
They run again on first down. Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Left side, Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And down to the 27-yard line. A first down there on a pickup of 25. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 27. Handoff comes to Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. 30. Past the 20. And he brings it back to the house. It's a touchdown. And in a crazy offensive
Tell me what you want, what you need. Tell me what you wanna give